Hey everyone, it's Nye and welcome to another episode of Nye's Growing Space, the YouTube channel, and this is your dose of growth. Thank you so much for tuning in. My mission is to share my growth journey in hopes to inspire you on your growth journey. So today's dose of growth is growth happens when it's hard. Now, I had to learn this just for myself as, having the goal to become a public speaker and to become a coach and to just get up and talk in front of people. I had to learn that when it came to sharing my journey and the things that I found valuable, and I wanted to share with others, I noticed that it was kind of always making people cry. I had a couple of people tell me, like, every time I hear you speak, it just brings tears to my eyes. And, you have a very heartfelt, journey and story and those different things. And I began to second guess, like, I don't want to be the person that speaks and, people cry all the time and I make them feel uncomfortable. And I didn't want that to be the feelings that came from people hearing me speak. However, I learned from my mentor that I had to become okay with I'm going to make people feel uncomfortable because that is where people grow and that is what I'm all about. So it was like a full circle for me, which was I am meant to make people feel uncomfortable because when there is discomfort, there is growth or there is resistance and you stunt your growth. So what we always forget is our greatest lessons come from our greatest struggles. So we always seem to forget that one actual fact that has been proven to us time and time and time again. Every single time we bump our head, something challenging happens, something we deem as bad in the moment, whether it's a couple of weeks later, a couple of months later, or maybe even a year or two later. Maybe you got fired from a job. Maybe you got diagnosed with a chronic illness. Maybe there was a death in the family. Maybe something you've experienced a financial crisis, but you've overcame those things, and then you look back and you say, if that wouldn't have happened, I honestly don't know where I would have been today. Yeah, going through that was hard. Yes, going through those financial troubles was hard. Yes, overcoming, accepting the fact that I have a chronic disease was hard. Any of those things. But then you now look at yourself and you're like, but I made it through. I learned all of these different things and I'm a better person because of it. You have to remember that the most beautiful days that you ever really have is the days after the rainstorms. Every single time in Arizona recently, it was just raining. It was just so nasty. It was sticky. It was kind of humid. Then it was cold. And then now these past couple of days has been absolutely beautiful. The weather is nice. I've been going outside doing yoga, all different types of things. And that's because the most beautiful days is right after the hardest days that you've ever experienced. And so without those hard days, we wouldn't be who we are today. You wouldn't be that stronger person. You wouldn't be that wiser person. You wouldn't be that resilient person that you are today without the things that you've had to go through and that you've had to overcome. And so I know these recent days has been truly hard for everyone in every which way, with this virus going on and things being shut down, and so many lives have been lost already. It has been hard. People are losing their jobs. So many different things are happening that it's really hard right now for everyone, and in their own way. And I just wanted to make this video as a reminder that yes, we are currently going through the hard times right at this moment, and it is kind of hard for some people, and it couldn't be for some others. It depends on how you are mentally, that you're either able to see, that, or not necessarily to see, but to know and to feel that things will be better. We don't know when they're going to be better. We don't know when things are going to go back into, we're going to experience a new part of our life. Because I don't really want to say things go back to how they were, because I don't really think things will go back to how they were. And so Do you really want to sit and, during this time and dwell on how hard things are and how the good old days was and how it was when you were able to go outside and go hang out with your friends? Or do you want to release some of that stress and anxiety? And if you do, you want to bring yourself into the present moment. You want to accept this discomfort, accept not being able to go out and do whatever it is that you want whenever you want it, unless you're like one of the rebel people and they're like, I'm just gonna, not take this whole virus thing and quarantine thing seriously. If that's you, then, whatever, to each his own. But if you're not that person and you're saying, I want to be able to cope with this situation a little bit better and I want to be able to adapt, then you want to be able to accept this discomfort, accept your current new norm at this time, and be open and ready for every single lesson there is. There's parents right now working from home, homeschooling right now. There's parents that may have lost their job, so they're dealing with that mentally, and having to figure out how you're going to pay some bills, because some places are not letting you make different arrangements. So it is a lot going on, and I know it seems really dark for some people, and it really seems like there is no light at the end of this tunnel. And it's okay if you don't have the faith right now, but just know, keep going, keep trying. And yes, if you do have some bad days, know that those bad days do not last forever. And just like these days, it seems like it's been a lot of bad days recently, know that they will not last forever. So I hope you found growth, value maybe, and growth from this video. And if you did find value, make sure you subscribe, you share and comment. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time.